beautiful circles just going, that helps us all to keep ourselves straight.
Yeah. So talk to us a little bit about some of these leadership principles that you're mentioning, because you've obviously been effective even early on, just instinctively, leading people. So if you had to write, Jermaine Andre's principles of leadership, what would those
Don't do
be?
that. I would start another book. Don't do that. We already got like 15 books I'm trying to sell. My assistant's probably sitting knocking the computer over now. She's like, stop it. I'm trying to get him to stop writing books. I like that though.
Too late. The idea is planted.
Well, I mean, you have to be careful of who you lead, for one, especially when it comes to, the martial arts. The martial arts is you turn a person into a weapon, so you have to be patient in training them, and which is something I'm actually seeing a lot now, especially with the MMA world. Everybody's just handing out arm bars just to get a paycheck, and they're handing out to 5-year-olds. And I'm like, dude, that's a little kid that you teach him to break an arm. The rear naked choke is deadly force. I train police officers, I train military, and they cannot grab a person around the neck. You know what I'm saying? Even though we do it on TV with the referee there saying, all right, break. But I say you got to be careful showing these kids that, man, because they're going to get a hold of somebody and, and do this. So you have to slowly train them and discipline them and things like that, So anytime you're taking up a position of leadership, number one, you have to feel a very strong sense of accountability towards whoever you're leading, of what they're going to do with whatever it is you're teaching them, And then, of course, I try to say, don't try to get somebody to do something that you're not willing to do. But in saying that, I have to be careful because there's a lot of things I can't do on computer. There's a lot of things I can't do, what I'm saying? Right. I need somebody to do it, and I can't do it. So, when it really comes to it, that sounds good.
Not necessarily that you can't do it, but that you wouldn't do. You would do everything if you could.
Oh, if I could, right.
And
right.
I think that's where the important distinction is.
Yeah. So definitely stay close to your people. Keep a personal relationship with each one of them. And you got to care. It's like my trainers. When I certify my trainers, I say the most important thing is you have to care for them where you don't want them to get hurt and you want to see them develop. And I say if you keep that in your mind, you probably won't ever make a mistake. And we've been training people for 15 years, and if you want to count the inside, people got hurt in there because we were training differently. That was hardcore, but as far as out here on the streets, training everyday people, I've never had anybody get injured. Yeah. Because we're very careful with what we do. And I say, if you have to care about that individual, you have to care that they're moving forward and that they're not getting hurt. And you'll see everything. You'll be able to, so the main thing you'll do is you'll be able to read their expression. Their expression tells you everything. When injuries come, if they can't handle it, all that kind of stuff. So that's a few of the things, the most important things about leadership that I put out there.
That last one seems simple, but it's not.
No, it's not.